Hey guys, and welcome back. Today we are making stuffed shells, and my ingredients include mild Italian sausage, ricotta cheese, part skim, marinara, 2 jars, 1 egg, ground turkey, some jumbo shells, and for our cheese we're going to have mozzarella and parmesan. So our first step, you want to make sure that bring your water to a boil, and then you're going to pour in your jumbo shells. I typically use the entire box. And while that is boiling, we're only going to boil for up to about 8 minutes. You want to go ahead and brown your meat. I'm browning first the Italian sausage, and then once it's brown, I kind of like to drain any excess grease off of my meat and then go ahead and brown my ground turkey. And I drain that as well. And once those two are done, your pasta should be off, sitting to the side and rinsed. Then you put your steamable spinach in the microwave, and while that's in the microwave steaming, I pour 1/2 of a jar of marinara sauce into the pan that I'm going to use. And after you take your spinach out the microwave, you go ahead and put it in a bowl, crack an egg, and then you're going to add your ricotta cheese into the same bowl. Now this is a larger size ricotta. Normally I get the smaller size, so I'm only going to use a little bit, maybe 3/4 of this container of ricotta part skim cheese, and just kind of pour that over in there. And I'm going to mix this with the egg that's already in there and the spinach. You want to mix it up really good. And once you get that mixed up really good, you go ahead and take your meat that you drained, and we're going to add 1/2 of that to this mixture as well, like so. So that's the ground turkey and the Italian sausage, and I'm just going to add about 1/2, or maybe a little bit more than 1/2, and mix that up as well. So this is your mixture that's going to go inside of your stuffed shells, and it's going to be so yummy in my tummy. Alright, so you take your stuffed shells, and it's al dente. You stuff the shell, and then you put it into your pan that on top of the sauce. The sauce kind of helps to hold the shells together. Once you have all of the shells, as many as you can fit, stuffed and placed in your pan, you're going to top it with Parmesan cheese, and then you're going to add some meat on top of that, just a layer of meat. So once you're done adding your meat, you just want to make sure it's nicely smooth, evenly dispersed throughout the top of the pan. And then we are going to take the rest of the marinara that we use to layer the bottom of the pan, and we're just going to pour that on top. Now this is the Private Selection by Kroger marinara that we're using, but my favorite marinara sauce, and I do also use these two sauces in my spaghetti. My favorite sauce is this sauce right here, the Mezzetta Simply Homemade Marinara. It is so flavorful. My kids actually notice when it's not in my spaghetti sauce. So we're gonna just topple the rest of this. Just pour the whole jar out, guys, and you're gonna smooth it throughout the top of this dish. And you might have to kind of separate a little bit of the shells just so it can seep down into the side. And once you've gotten that all smooth, then our final 2 steps is to add our Parmesan cheese and mozzarella cheese. I like to layer the Parmesan first, just to help give it a little bit flavor on top of the sauce. It helps to soak some of the saucy up, but I like to leave the mozzarella on top. It's just super cheesy, and it's the first thing that you taste. Absolutely amazing. One of my husband's favorite dishes, because it's not too much pasta. You just have the shells, but it's mostly stuffed with spinach and ricotta cheese and meat. So it kind of helps to cut back on, those pasta carbs, which is great. So you just kind of want to make sure that the cheese is just evenly distributed, and then we're going to put the rest of this mozzarella on top. Now, I didn't mention this earlier, but most of you know whenever you're baking a dish, you want to set your oven preheated to 350 degrees. So that should have already been done before you even started boiling your noodles or browning your meat. And we're going to cover this with some foil. We're going to put it in the oven for about 35-40 minutes at 350, and we'll see it when it comes out. So after baking, again, like I said, for about 35-40 minutes, we have this ooey gooey delicious spinach and ricotta stuffed shells. And I even made a little miniature one because I had some stuffing left over. But I hope you guys try it, and I hope you like it.